Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's wonderful to see you. And as I said, Shabbat Shalom. I did not wish you a good Passover because Passover has now passed over. And hopefully you will be enjoying, if you have not already, some nice leavened food. I say that even though I love matzah, and I will eat matzah and matzah brie and matzah with cream cheese and other goodies all year long. But it's nice to have the options. And so we move forward. We have many other commemorations coming forward later this month. Next week we have Holocaust Remembrance Day. We have Israel Independence Day the week after that. And at the end of the month of May, we celebrate the joyous festival of Shavuot. But for now, we're back to Shabbat, and we're going to start with a very lively song that you all know. Again, I'm Rabbi Daniel Pernick, and I'm very happy to be here with all of you at Northern Riverview. So let's begin. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. So I know that right now everybody is kind of stuck in their homes. I know you have all these wonderful trips that you periodically take. Well, it's a lot harder for you to do that now, and for most other people as well. People are basically stuck at home most of the time. But Shabbat is a time where we want to be happy, and at least we know we can eat more or less whatever we want. We have a lot more options to eat now that Passover has finished. Beautiful holiday, but it's nice when it comes, but it's also nice when it goes, right? So we're going to sing song number 2 if you have your song sheets. If not, this one's in English. I think you're going to know it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet, stomp, stomp. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray. Here comes the tough part. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Clap, clap, stomp, stomp, hooray. If you're happy and you know it, do all three. Hooray. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, do all three. Stomp, stomp, hooray. And now you see right here in front of me, we have the lights. We always kindle at least 2 lights to welcome the Sabbath, which we call Shabbat. In Hebrew, some of us call it Shabbos, but it is the day of rest, the very special and holy day that God created by virtue of not doing any creations, by virtue of creating the world in 6 days and then taking a day off. And this day is the day of rest, the only actual day of the week in the Hebrew language that has a real name. The other names, Sunday is the first day, Monday is the second day, Tuesday is the third day, and so on. But Shabbat, that's the only one that has a real name. That is the Sabbath. And so we kindle the light of Shabbat. We say the blessing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe. You have sanctified us with your commandments, and you have commanded us to kindle the Sabbath light. And together we say, Amen. Now we're going to move on to song number 4. It's all about having that feeling inside of us. I've got that Shabbat feeling deep in my heart, deep in my heart, deep in my heart. I've got that Shabbat feeling deep in my heart, deep in my heart today. I've got that Shabbat feeling up in my head, up in my head, up in my head. I've got that Shabbat feeling up in my head, up in my head today. I've got that Shabbat feeling down in my toes, down in my toes, down in my toes. I've got that Shabbat feeling down in my toes, down in my toes today. I've got that Shabbat feeling all over me, all over me, all over me. I've got that Shabbat feeling all over me today. Bum, bum. All right. Now I can tell a lot of you are singing. That's really good. But I see some of you, you're not singing. I think you want to, but you're a little embarrassed. So don't be afraid. It's good. It's good for your spirit. It's good for your health, your physical health, your emotional health. Join with us. The next song is one called God is Here. The words are in English once again on our song sheets if you have those. It's song number 5. The words are very simple. God is here. God is there. God is truly everywhere. And then we talk about all the directions. So please follow along with me. God is here, God is there, God is truly everywhere. God is here, God is there, God is truly everywhere. Up, up, down, down, right, left, and all around here, there, and everywhere. That's where God can be found. Up, up, down, down, right, left, and all around here, there, and everywhere. That's where God can be found. Yes, in the Jewish religion, we believe that God is not just the God of the United States, or of Haverstraw, or of North America, but God is the God, as we say in Yiddish, of the ganze Welt, the whole world. All right, the whole universe, even more than our world. So now we come together for song number 6. And song number 6 is a very, very important part of the Jewish religion. It's actually central. It says that there is one God, right? And we understand that different religions call God by different names, but the end of the matter is there's only one. Moses said this more than 3,300 years ago as the people of Israel prepared to enter the land of Israel. And he said, Shema Yisrael, hear, O Israel. The Lord is our God. The Lord is one. Or as we say in Spanish, Oye, O Israel, el Señor es nuestro Dios, el Señor es único. In English, we say, Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God. The Lord is one. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kivod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. That second line was added long, long after the time of Moses, maybe 1,500 years later, and it translates to, Blessed is God's glorious kingdom forever and ever. And so now we are ready for Shabbat. We're ready to celebrate, hopefully have a lovely meal later on today, and just knowing that this very special and holy day is here. So we sing a song of joy, Hava Nagila. Come, let us rejoice and be happy and see people with a happy heart. Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Venismecha. Sing along. Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Venismecha. Don't hear you. Hava Neranana Hava Neranana Hava Neranana Venismecha. Very good. Hava Neranana Hava Neranana Hava Neranana Venismecha. Uru, Uru, Achim, Uruachim, Belev Sameach, Uruachim, Belev Sameach, Uruachim, Belev Sameach, Uruachim, Belev Sameach, Uruachim, Uruachim, Belev Sameach. And I want to do a song now that is a little bit different than the song we've done in previous weeks. It's a song that we've sung together many, many times in the past. It is the final line, actually, of the Kaddish, the mourner's prayer. But it is a song, it's a verse, it's a prayer, it's a feeling that is very, very well known in the Jewish religion. And it asks God to bring peace to us, to our people. And we add to all the good people in the world. We hope that there will be peace. Obviously, we're living in difficult times right now, but we hope that your home as well as my home will be peaceful, that we'll all try to get along, even though it's a little harder now because everybody's just around so much. I have a cat. The cat has no idea what's going on and why I'm home all the time. It's like, aren't you supposed to go to the temple or something? But then he just goes to sleep, and I guess he's fine. But anyhow, so we're going to sing this song called Oseh Shalom. As I said, it asks God to bring peace to us and to our world. Oseh Shalom Bimromav, Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, Imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Very nice. I'm going to put the Shabbat lights right here so nothing happens to them. So, you know, I have been a rabbi for a long time, going back to 1982, and 5 years of rabbinical school before that. And so I've been reading Torah and studying Torah, learning Torah for a long, long time. There's a lot more I need to know. But one of the things that I've learned is that the teachings of Torah, most of the time, really connect very directly with what we are going through in our lives. And that's one of the reasons that it's so important to learn Torah, because when we learn Torah, we learn more about our own lives. Take this week, for example. Now, for those of you who may not know, the rabbi doesn't just pick a part of the Bible to read every week. There's an order. We go in an order, and every week we read one section, the next week we read the next section, the next week we read the next section. And other than holidays, when we make a little substitution, we go in that order for the entire year, so that in the entire year, in the span of 1 year, we finish reading the entire Torah. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. So this week's portion is being read in every single synagogue in the world, right? And it talks about death which of course is a sad topic. It's one we hear about a lot more in the news nowadays. But the part that's specifically interesting here is Aaron suffered the loss of his two sons. Aaron is the brother of Moses. And Aaron's two sons, he had four sons, but two of the sons were doing something they really should not have been doing. And they were basically playing around with some of the sacred items in the tent, in the tabernacle. And God got very, very upset. And basically, they were killed. I mean, it was a very strong rebuke by God saying, you don't mess around with God's holy items. And then Aaron, Moses' brother, is told that he's not allowed to mourn, at least not publicly. And that had to be very, very hard. But that connects with so many of us today when we look out and there are funerals taking place. There are people who are being sent to the hospital and they can't be visited by their family members. There are funerals taking place where there's just a very limited number of people who are allowed to attend. And just the pain that people have to be feeling, not only at seeing a loved one suffer or even die, but not being able to be there with them to help them through all of this has to be incredibly painful. And so if any of you or any of your families have been in this situation, I'm really, really sorry. And I do sympathize with you because I know that's just, we want our family to be there for us when times are most difficult. But because of what's going on now, that's just not usually possible. And like I said, even with funerals, and unfortunately, I've been officiating at more funerals than usual lately, and they're all very small. Those are just the rules now. You can't bring a lot of people out, and it's very sad. So we are mourning in a different way, and it's making a very difficult situation even more difficult. So all we can do is hope that the situation that we are in right now is going to change. We know that things ultimately will get better. Aaron was able to overcome this terrible blow, the death of his two sons, and to live and to lead the people again. And we also will be able to continue our lives and have happiness and see our loved ones, not just on the phone or through windows or whatever, but really to give them a big hug. That day is not here yet, but hopefully it will be coming before too long. It's very interesting. Obviously, there are doctors and laboratories all over our country and also in Israel that are working on this. And we hope that one of them, or maybe even more than one of them, will find a cure and a treatment that will be successful so that we'll all be able to get back to life a little bit more like the normal lives that we had before, that maybe we took for granted, and the people that we took for granted, which hopefully we won't be doing anymore. So we read about this with Aaron and not being able to mourn, and we connect with him and with the sadness that he felt. So now we're going to move on. We're going to sing a couple of songs. Of course, we just finished Passover, and there was a lot of singing during Passover, but I'd like to do two songs to finish up today. The first one is Ein Keloheinu. If you have a song sheet, it's song number 12. And if you don't, that's okay. It basically says, there is no one like our God. Who is like our God? We will give thanks to our God. Blessed is our God, and you are our God. So it goes like this. Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadoneinu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kamoshienu, Mi Eloheinu, Mi Adonenu, Mi Malkeinu, Mi Moshienu, No Del Eloheinu, No Del Adonenu, No Del Malkeinu, No Del Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. And I'd like to finish off, as we finished our Passover Seder, with the words of Hatikva, for a number of reasons. First of all, we mentioned that we just finished Passover, and of course the goal of Passover was not only to get out of Egypt, but to get into the land of our freedom, the ultimate destination, which was Israel. Hatikva is the national anthem of Israel. We also remember that the 72nd anniversary of the creation of the State of Israel is coming up very, very soon, in just a couple of weeks or so. So we will have a big celebration for that. 72 is a very significant Jewish number. It is 4 times 18, 4 times Chai. So, and we just had 4 cups of wine at our Passover Seder as well. So we sing Hatikva, the song of hope, giving thanks to God for enabling us to be a free people in our own land, and remembering this hope that we've had for almost 2,000 years, actually longer than 2,000 years. Kol od balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homia ulfatei mizrach kadima ayin litzion tzofia od lo avda tikvateinu ha-tikva shnot alpayim lehiotam chovshi be'artzeinu eretz Tzion Yerushalayim lehiotam chovshi be'artzeinu eretz Tzion Yerushalayim. And we finish up our Shabbat celebration with the Kiddush, the blessing over the fruit of the vine. The words in English mean, "Blessed are you, Lord our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen." L'chaim. So I have not made it out yet to get my challah. I will be going very shortly. So I will not be doing a motzi right now. But I will wish you a Shabbat Shalom. I hope that you are all blessed with a Shabbat filled with good health, with happiness, with rest, with good food. Unfortunately, I can't wish you getting together with all of your friends and neighbors, and because we have to practice separation right now. But we also want to express our thanks to all of the nurses, the doctors, and the other staff who are helping to take care of all of you. They're really doing a great job, and we express our thankfulness to them every day. So thank you very much to all of you. Muchas gracias, and merci beaucoup. And we look forward to seeing you next week. So in the meantime, from me, Rabbi Daniel Pernick, I want to wish you a Shabbat Shalom, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Be healthy. Stay safe.